Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Alexander Grace.
Jogging and you damn near broke your neck.
No, I was looking at the dog she had.
The dog? You do not even like dogs.
Yes,
You were
I
looking
do.
at her butt.
What?
Why'd you just do that? Why'd you just kiss me? That doesn't change anything.
I wasn't looking at her.
You just watched something that most men don't understand about relationships. She's not mad because he looked at another woman. She's scared that she's not desirable to him anymore. But by kissing her, he makes her fear disappear. Women need to feel desired. They cannot function without that. It's the female equivalent to respect. In a relationship, men need to be respected, but women, they need to be desired. Feeling desirable gives her a sense of safety and security.
This is probably something hard for me. Like, to desire a woman or desire my partner nowadays is so hard. Just how I've been trained, how I've been raised. Desire is just not what I feel for the opposite sex anymore. I love them, but I don't desire them like I used to.
She trusts that you're going to be there for her, that you are committed to her because you desire her. For some women, this goes even deeper than love. She trusts in your desire more because you can love somebody in a somewhat neutral way. You can appreciate them. You just like having them around. There are plenty of couples that have no passion for each other, but can still truthfully say that they love their partner. But women don't want their man to look at them like some household object, like a cleaning tool or entertainment device. Like, oh yeah, that thing's so handy. I love that. It's so useful to have around. No, women
Guilty.
want to feel like a juicy, well-cooked steak placed in front of a man who hasn't eaten in 3 days. Just the smell and sight of it causes the man to lose control. Pure instinct, biology takes over. He can't control himself and he just devours what's in front of him. That makes her feel safe. Seeing her man lose control of himself in her presence. It seems paradoxical, right?
It really does, right? Because we always tell men, you know, that when you put women on a pedestal, they're gonna like not respect you. But if you don't desire them enough, they also feel undesired and unloved.
And internally, they feel chaotic, out of control, and that scares them. And so typically, they're attracted to men who can provide order and structure. That's the role that masculinity plays. She wants him to be in control, except when it comes to her. She wants to know that she has the power to make him lose that control. It brings her pleasure to see him overwhelmed by the same chaos that she feels inside herself. And knowing that she is the one who can do that to him, that's what gives her her sense of security. I'm telling you this as a fact of reality. Women need to feel desirable.
I think this is single-handedly the hottest thing a guy can do. We're just talking, we're sitting next to each other, we're like a tad bit far, and then when you guys are talking, maybe the surrounding got a little loud, maybe you guys are at a restaurant or something. When he can't hear you, so then he just pulls like the bottom of your chair, like where you're sitting, closer to him, so then you have nothing but to be like dragged like this. So then you're like, what?
I do that all the time.
And then you get closer to each other, and then so you're like, oh, well, as I was saying, and then
It's more that I have horrible hearing than anything, but
I think it's so hot when men do that because it shows his strength and just making a move. Yeah, I thought that was hot.
If you ever hear women bragging to their girlfriends about their boyfriends, you'll notice that they never say, oh, my boyfriend's the best. He is so kind. He respects me so much. He treats me with such dignity. No, when women want to show off to their friends about how special they are, they say, he is so obsessed with me. He can't keep his hands off me. For women,
that they do, don't they? And
this is the biggest flex. My man can't control himself around me. I guess I'm just that desirable. I know that there's lots of talk in the mainstream culture about how women don't want men to be domineering. They don't want to be objectified, etc., etc. But let me tell you this as an absolute fact. In a relationship, women would rather you over-sexualize them so that they can tell you to calm down than for you to be so deferential and respectful as to make her not even feel desirable. This is the mistake that nice guys make. They're so busy being kind, respecting her boundaries, that they forget that their number one responsibility is to make her feel desired. That's what a man does that makes her feel like a woman, and she needs that. That's actually one of the reasons why she's often sexually rewarding the really awful jerk guy who treats her badly. Because at least in his crude manner, he consistently demonstrates to her that he wants her. She's hot, she's desirable. Nice guys in the friend zone, they don't give her that. And this is non-negotiable for women. She needs to feel desirable. That's her top priority.
I was entertaining conversations with men I knew I would never take seriously because I felt like it validated me. I know what it's like to be desired by men. I don't know what it's like to be valued by one.
And you can tell by the men she continues to give attention to that if given a choice between those two options, you know which one she's going to choose. Because this is not a luxury, this is a practical necessity. When you're with her, women do not want to feel like you are just two fellow humans. She wants to feel feminine. She wants to feel like a woman. And she gets to experience that by seeing how strong her sexual influence is over you. This continues into a relationship because
I guess for a lot of us men now, especially Midtown and men that have been in this space for quite a while, the desire is just hard to acquire now for me. I just don't have this genuine desire for women anymore. I love women, I want to be with them, but this desire that he's speaking about is just making them feel like this. I don't have it. I feel like I lost it.
If your woman does not feel sexually desired by you, there's going to be consequences. She's going to become shut down, depressed, and she'll become angry and resentful because you're not making her feel like a woman. That makes her more masculine, which breeds arguments and eventually ends in the two of you breaking up. She needs to feel desired, and she's going to get that need met at any cost. Even though she's in a relationship, there are lots of women who will post on social media revealing photos because they're so desperate to get that validation. And in extreme cases, it will lead to infidelity.
We asked 100 married women, if you could have a second husband for only one purpose, what would it be? Something like 70% of them said just for sex.
Whoa, damn.
A second husband for only one purpose.
Just for getting stuffed.
That's
rough.
Just sex.
That's a fucking wake-up call for a lot of dudes out there.
A lot of guys.
70% of us are lacking.
I know from my private consultations that a common fear amongst lots of you guys is if you get married, how do you make sure that your future wife stays loyal, that she doesn't leave you or cheat on you? Some of the best insurance that you can get is to make sure that she always feels desired. If she's getting that from you, she's not likely to try and seek it from somebody else. This is so important for building loyalty. Science has actually shown that when a woman feels desired by a man, it releases a bunch of oxytocin, otherwise known as the bonding hormone. This is essential for pair bonding and long-term commitment. I brought this topic up recently in the Hero Circle. I run a couple of weekly men's discussion groups, and one of the objections brought up by some of the guys is they can't fake this desire. It used
to
feel genuine how much they wanted their partner, but as the years have gotten on, she's gained weight, she's become more masculine.
Oh, no, I just can't even get the initial desire to go, like, I just don't. I'm broken.
They don't feel that same passion anymore, and they don't want to be disingenuous. Now, obviously, the woman deserves a lot of the blame here. A woman needs to consistently make the choice to be feminine, to work at it, to cultivate it. If she neglects her own womanhood, that's her own fault. But the responsibility is also the man's. I hope you're ready for some hard truths.
I mean, that makes sense that we men have things to maintain in relationships and in marriages, not just working and taking care of the bills and things like that. Yeah, desire makes sense to me too.
Because if you neglect your masculinity, that's what gives her permission to neglect her femininity. After all, it's your job to lead the relationship dynamic. True. So if you've lost passion for your wife, could it be that you stopped enforcing boundaries? You lost confidence in yourself? It might be time to step more fully into your manhood. And yes, I mean showing leadership and being assertive, but I also mean holding standards and expectations. In his book, 12 Rules for Life, Jordan Peterson gives the parenting advice that you should never let your children act in a way that makes makes you dislike them. It's good advice because even if you have to be strict with your children, if the consequence is that they always act in a way that makes you feel proud of them and that you love them, that's ultimately going to be better for them because there's no simmering resentment, there's pure love, and that was enabled by your standards. I think that the same rule holds true in romantic relationships. Men, never let your woman act in a way that would cause you to lose desire for her.
Oof. I think a lot of us men do not set this standard or boundary at all. You know, women get to act any way they want almost, and we just kind of take it. Start stepping up, men. Have your own boundaries. Have standards. You deserve it. I don't like using the word deserve much, but you deserve to have your own standards.
I had absolutely no idea football was on when I asked you to help me put our 3 children to bed. I'm in bed. Do you need anything? Please, sir. Do you need anything? Everything's on the house. We did not know. Okay, I'm gonna shut the door. I'm gonna go, they're all screaming. So I'm gonna go handle that. And you just get comfortable. Fresh pillows, extra pillows. I'm on it. Get him some more pillows.
No man is ever going to feel desire for a whiny, complainy, passive-aggressive woman like this. And so, for the sake of your relationship, for the sake of her happiness, you need to put her in her place. I'm not saying he shouldn't be helping with the children, but this is not how you resolve a misunderstanding. You need to tell her this is absolutely unacceptable. If you have an issue with me, you bring it up calmly. We talk about it like adults. Every man needs to have these rules in their relationship. Always show me respect. Never raise your voice. Trust in my decision making. Speak to me kindly. Always affirm that we are on the same team. Men, you need to have standards and there need to be consequences when she does not meet them. And the secret that modern feminism doesn't want you to know is that women want to be held to standards. It makes them feel safe to see you in control. And she will understand that you enforcing these standards is what's going to help her maintain her femininity and, by extension, your desire for her. She will be grateful. If you're breaking a long-established pattern, at first she might kick and scream. But let me tell you, what she really, really does not want is for you to lose desire for her. By maintaining standards, that's what you're protecting, and she will thank you for it.
Hey, did you know that if you nag at your husband, then you're worse than a dripping faucet? And it's also better for him to live on a roof than to be with you. When I read that a quarrelsome wife is like a dripping faucet, I was very convicted in my first year of marriage because I was like, I'm low-key a faucet. No one wants a dripping faucet. It's annoying and you just want to get rid of it. You want to fix the problem. And I realized I was the problem because I'm not being loving and gentle to my husband, but I'm nagging and whining and complaining. And who wants to deal with that? No one. Our marriage got so much better in a drastic way from the simple fact that I stopped nagging. Just not nagging changes the game.
All right, you ready to go deeper? It's not politically correct to say this, but you also have to have standards for her appearance. If your wife or girlfriend stops putting in any effort with regards to her appearance, her clothes are awful, she gains weight, you're going to lose desire. That's not good for you and that's not good for her, so be honest. And if she starts making an effort again, comment on it, praise her, show some appreciation. It's on you to be proactive about this because women can't directly ask for a man to find her desirable. That ruins it because then you're just complying with her request. What she wants is a genuine, authentic, animal-like desire to spring up organically from inside you. So women will indirectly signal to you what they want. She buys new clothes, she does her hair in a new way, she does her makeup and dresses up for a dinner just for the two of you. She wants you to notice, she wants you to desire her.
As men, we do neglect some of these tasks and the noticing of our women sometimes. I admit this.
And it's actually not that difficult to make a woman feel desired. It doesn't take much effort. When you're giving her a hug, grab her butt. Send her a text that says she looks sexy that morning. Whisper something dirty in her ear at an unexpected moment. Make it clear that at times it's difficult for you to control yourself around her. Something to create sexual tension. You need to show her that you are aware that she is a woman and that she is having an effect on you. Women need to feel this. And if you are too resentful of your partner to give her those things because of her attitude or her appearance, then your number one priority needs to be fixing those things so that spontaneous and genuine desire can be re-stimulated. That might be messy, but you've got to have it out. Have the arguments. Fight about your expectations. Do whatever you need to do, but end that awful state of indifference. You need to get back to some fun, some playfulness, that joy.
Yeah, for me, it's like that attraction or that desire. I mean, I'm attracted to women. I'll go out with women and I'm attracted to them, but I don't have that genuine desire. At least I haven't met a woman in more recent years that genuine desire stays the whole time. And maybe I've had like a little bit of it, but it goes away very quickly for me. And I'm sure it's because I do this constantly. I'm always on the internet watching all of everything and then having you guys, you know, helping with you guys. So it just, it probably warped my mind a little bit about, you know, the genuine desire part.
Of innocent sexual desire. And as a bonus, making a woman feel desired is what's going to stimulate her desire for you. Women's sexuality is weird. Often they're less attracted to you than they are to the idea of themselves being attractive. Like they're turned on by their own desirability. To my male brain, it seems kind of narcissistic, but you know, whatever gets the job done. But if you're the kind of guy who really enjoys feeling desired and you just want her to attack you with passion and excitement, bring that energy to her first. And
this desire conversation has really kind of put me in my own mind because I actually don't have this for the opposite sex. I don't have this genuine desire for women currently. At least, you know, I love women. I want to spend time with women as much as I want to, you know, sleep with women, have family, have kids and stuff like that. That desire to show that or to even like want to stay with a woman for a long period of time is so hard, right? Because I'm so focused on this and, you know, all my other stuff that I feel like desire and passion with a woman takes away from a lot of other things I'm focused on. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and I catch you guys next time.